Hey there, if you're looking to improve your perspective skills, you're at the right address. We're going to do a quick 10-minute workout to create more depth in your drawings. This is for all you artists out there who don't have a lot of time on your hands, but you want to get better at drawing and create more depth. Be sure to grab your sketchbook or iPad and let's get going! For this exercise, we're going to be using this perspective grid. This is a 5-point perspective grid. If you're totally new to perspective, then I would say check out the video you can see in the top right, which explains everything you need to know about perspective. But for this exercise, we're going to use this part of the perspective grid. So we're not going to use everything, just this part. Which also means that we're just going to be using two vanishing points. So this is the horizon line, and this is a vanishing point, and this is a vanishing point that we'll be using. These lines are just going to be straight, vertical. And we're going to place figures on a line receding into the distance. So we're going to draw one line radiating from the right vanishing point and one line radiating from the left vanishing point, just straight. The rest of the perspective grid, we're going to use our imagination to visualize the perspective grid and place these figures on there. Now for these figures, we're just going to use some very simple figures. So just figures that look a bit like this. Don't make it hard. They're not going to be 3D, just 2D figures that look like this. And give them a smiley face. You can also draw them with a rectangle head or a triangle head, whatever suits your game. But the only thing that's important is that the three body parts, so the head, the torso, and the legs are all 1/3. So that's just a very simple figure that we can work with in that exercise. So let's draw this figure a couple of times that we really know how to draw it. So the hands just go over the bottom line, and then we have the feet. Draw one more. All right. So now you know how to draw this simple figure. And it's going to be a very simple figure because it's just a 2D figure. Now, the horizon line that we're going to use is going to be on 1/4 from the top. So it's going to be just around here. So just hover over the paper before you make it and try to make this line from your shoulder to make a really confident line. So here's our right vanishing point. And our left vanishing point is off the page. Now let's draw one radiating line from our right vanishing point that moves towards here. So you see I'm really measuring, try to make sure you know where the line is going before you draw it. Right, so here we have our right line. And we're going to draw a left line, or our line that radiates from our left vanishing point, like this. Now our first figure is going to be placed here on the intersection of these two lines. And we're going to make him just a bit taller than the horizon line. So he's going to be around here. And let's take these guys out. So it's going to be towards here. Now let's divide this up into 3 parts, right? We have 1 and 3. Now each line that you're going to be drawing, so these lines, right, the shoulders are not going to be straight like this. No, they're going to recede towards our left vanishing point. So we start with a head, which is going to be something like this. And let's not aim for making beautiful drawings here. We're just practicing, so make mistakes, it's totally fine. We have the hands. Now this line, so these the armpits of this guy, you could say, are also receding to that left vanishing point. So they're not horizontal, no, they're receding towards there. So this left arm is a bit lower than the right arm. That's what it looks like, but you know, we're following the perspective grid here. And let's give him a face, of course. Ta-da! Right. Now the next figure we're going to be drawing is going to recede towards our right vanishing point, and he's going to be 1.5 meters away from him to be corona proof. So let's say that's approximately here. Now we have to measure again how tall is this guy, right? Because he's not the same height, because then he would go into the air. But, well, he is the same height, but he's receding into the distance, which makes him smaller. So we have to just measure, make sure, imagine this line towards the right vanishing point. He's this tall. Now we know where his shoulders are, also another line going towards over there. Alright. Draw our second figure. Also here you could measure this. But try to eyeball it a bit. We're not aiming for perfection. And the next figures are also going to be 1.5 meters away from him. But it's not going to be the exact same distance, right? But that would mean he would end up here. But the more we go towards a vanishing point, the more things are going to get smaller, which also means that the distance between them seems smaller. So this doll is going to be somewhere around here, I guess. Think about those proportions while you draw the silhouette. There we have our third doll. And actually this also seems like another 1.5 meters, so we draw again. Alright. Now you'll see that the distance between these dolls is also getting smaller, right? The more they go towards this right vanishing point, the more they'll start to overlap. So let's see our next doll, 1.5 meters. Will it overlap? Ooh, it will almost overlap. But our last doll, here we're not going to draw the face because, you know, at this distance we won't even be able to see the face. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 6 dolls. Let's draw 2 more dolls going towards the left. So here we are more concerned with the left vanishing point, which we can't see, right? Because here we have this very clear vanishing point on the right, but on the left we don't have that. We just have to imagine where it is. Make them a little bit closer towards each other, otherwise they are not corona proof. So for you guys, he's this tall. So they are pretty close to each other, so these are even getting even closer to each other. Let's give them a mouthpiece so they are corona proof. As you can see, 10 minutes is short to do an exercise on perspective, but it does give you a little bit of a gist on how perspective works. And if you're struggling with this, don't feel bad because, you know, it's just repetition. Try to do it again tomorrow and you'll see you'll do it a little bit better. Do it over a longer period of time and this will sink into your subconscious. Now, I'm really curious what you guys think, so share your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button and, of course, subscribe for future content. Regarding future content, let me know what other exercise I need to produce for you to get a better artist. Now, if you're hungry for more exercises, on the left you can find a line confidence exercise. And on the right is a playlist with other videos on how to draw. Thanks for watching and stay drawing. Adios. You're looking to improve your... Hey there. To... increase your figure drawing skills. Figure drawing?